Sairam everyone and welcome back to your political science class. Children, let us continue with our lesson, that is electoral politics. Under this lesson, today we will begin with a new topic, that is polling and counting of votes. Let us talk about polling. Polling means casting vote, and after that comes the counting of votes. So we will study about this. Children, the day when the voters cast their votes, or you can say when they poll, when they poll their votes to the candidate of their choice, this is the final stage of an election. Voting is the final stage of an election. This day of election is called the election day. Every person whose name is on the voters list can go to the nearby polling booth to cast their vote. Now, what is a polling booth? Polling booth are the place where people go to vote in an election. It is called as booth, polling booth. This polling booth are situated, they are situated in the, in the local place, you can say in the schools, local schools, or even in the government offices. Polling booths are there, and people go and cast their vote. Now, once the voter goes inside the booth, the election officials, they identify him or her. Then they put a mark on his or her finger, that is index finger. I'll show you that. And allow him or her to cast their vote. One more thing, that is an agent of each candidate, whichever party candidates are contesting election, one agent of each candidate is allowed to sit inside the polling booth. And this agent, they check whether the polling booth or whether the voting is carried out in a free and fair manner. To ensure that the voting takes place in a fair manner, these agents, they sit in the polling booth. Now look at this image of index finger, and there is some stain of ink. Did you see? This is electoral stain. You must have seen your mama or your daddy or your elder brother, sister, when they went to cast their vote. There must be some ink stain on their index finger. It is used as an effective security feature to prevent double voting in election. Ink is normally applied to the left hand, index finger, especially to the cuticle, where it is almost impossible to remove quickly. Now, look at this. Earlier, that is a few years before, the voters, they used to, indicate who they wanted to vote for by polling a stamp on a ballot paper. See the image here. It is there, ballot paper. Can you see the ballot paper? It is there. Now, a ballot paper is a sheet of paper on which names of the contestants, that is candidates who are contesting the election, along with their party name and also with their party symbols are listed. So a ballot paper is a slip of paper and used to register a vote. Okay. Nowadays, see the next slide over here. Nowadays, electronic voting machine is called as EVM. Okay, electronic voting machines are used to record votes. Even machines show this machine, EVM, it is electronic voting machine. It shows the name of all the candidates and their party symbol. You just go and click the button, whichever candidate you want to give your vote. Okay, last year, okay, we had VVPAT. Did you see? With EVM machines, there's a big machine, and that is VVPAT. VVPAT is voters verifiable paper audit trail. It is VVPAT, and this were used in the election to verify that the citizen vote correctly, has vote correctly placed. That is, after if I'm a voter, if I cast a vote, I'll get a paper, and on the screen of the VVPAT you will get to know whom I have casted my vote. Okay, I can see that. Children, now if even this independent candidates, now who are these independent candidates? They are the candidates. They are not in any party. They contest elections individually, independently. Okay, even this independent candidates, they have their own symbols. These are allotted to them by the election officials. Okay, now all the voters has to do is, when they enter the polling booth, this voter, what they will do in the EVM machine, they have to press the button against the name of the candidate, to whom he wants to give his or her vote. Now, after the polling is over, from morning 7 to 6, nearly these are the timings for voters to go and cast their vote, which is called as polling. So after the polling is over, all the EVM machines, they are sealed properly. Yes, as guided, training is given. And accordingly this EVM machine is sealed, as guided by the officials. And then these EVMs are taken to a secure place. No one touches it. It is taken to a secure place. On a fixed date, all the EVMs in fact, from a constituency are opened. It is all electronic machine, so they have to just open, and press a button, results. There's a button over there. They have to just press it on it, results, and all the counting, they will easily get it. How much vote one party has got, BJP, Congress, everything they can see. Now, so in such way, the counting is done. And the votes are counted. During counting, even during the counting, like while casting vote, agents were there in the booth. Same way, even during counting, the agents, same agents of all the candidates are present. They are present again to ensure that the counting is done properly. The candidate who gets the highest number of votes, this party, the party forms the government. They are declared elected and they are the ones who form the government. Now counting of votes in all constituency takes place at the same time, on the same day, when it is done in a general meeting, that is meeting for Lok Sabha. Counting takes place everywhere on the same given time and date. These events are reported by television channels, radio and newspaper. On television, it is all live. As the number of votes counted, everything we will get to see live. And within a few hours, children, of this counting, all the results are declared. And then the picture becomes clear as who will form the next government. It doesn't take much time because of this EVM, electronic machines, voting machines. Counting is done very fast. Now let us move on to next topic, that is what makes election in India democracy. See, we have come across, you can say, or we must have heard, you people must have heard or read about unfair practices during elections or that are taking place in elections through newspaper or you can say television channels. These reporters, they often refer such allegations. Most of the reports are of, look at this, inclusion of false name and exclusion of genuine names in the voter list. See, my name is Archana Thanikar. I'm a voter. But when there is no malpractice, illegal way, some other person will also vote as Archana Thanikar, or maybe a person, a voter is no more now, he's dead, but someone else is casting vote on his name. So this happens. The next one is misuse of government facilities and officials by the ruling party. It means the ruling party may use government vehicles or government facilities for election that they are not supposed to do. Right now, they are not supposed to do. They're not supposed to use. Even the ruling party who has formed the government, even they are not supposed to use. Others, they say, this is our government, we can do anything. No. Now, see the next one. Excessive use of money by rich candidates and big parties. If a rich candidate is contesting election, he's rich. The candidate is rich. He spends more money in elections, either for campaigning or he buys vote, which is illegal. Like he will tell, come on, you cast vote to a voter. Nothing. That is all. This all if comes. People come to know about it. His elections will be cancelled. It is illegal. But then what they do, they try to buy the voters. They pay them money and ask them to vote for them, which is illegal. I'm telling you, which is illegal. Okay. Then the next is intimidation of votes and rigging on the polling day. Means to frighten, to threaten someone. Someone is the voter. Okay, you have to vote for me. To threaten him, to force him to vote or cast his vote for a particular candidate or a particular party. And rigging means electoral fraud. It involves, you can say, illegal voting or interference with the process of an election, either by increasing the vote share of the favorable candidate or by depressing the vote share of a rival candidate, or both. Okay, what they do, they capture the booth. Okay, and they do all this which is illegal. Okay, which is said to be illegal, but it doesn't happen often. These all are all rare cases. Now rigging means, it means fraud and malpractices indulged by a party or a candidate. This is all the candidates does or a party does. Why they do this? To win the election. Okay, which is wrong, illegal way. Now children, many times, okay, these reports are correct. Not always, not everywhere in all constituencies. Many times these reports are correct. This is very rare case, as I told you. It happens very rarely in some constituency, not in all constituency. It is not on large scale, so as to defeat the purpose of elections. It is not on large scale. It is not done on a large scale. This becomes clear if we ask question, can a party win an election and come to power not because he has popular support or he is popular among the people, but to electoral malpractices? This is important question, right? Let us carefully examine various aspects of this question. Okay, and this we will see in the next class. I'll stop over here. We will meet in the next class and answer this question. Try to find answer to this question. Thank you and take care.